Okay, this is the Monday homework check for the 4th grade that is working their way through quarter 3 right now. And the first question says, what is the value of the underlined digit? It only said value. That means a number value. So here's how you do it. You drop that digit down. Everything to the right becomes zeros. So this 2 in the 10,000s place is worth 20,000. This 8 in the tens place is really worth 80. So remember, don't tell the name of the place unless you see place value. If it just says value, just give the number value. Finding the difference, 7 minus 8, can't do it. But the tens place has nothing to give, neither does the hundreds place, so we're way over here to the thousands place, and it becomes a 7. Now we can only help the digit next to it, and then we start all over at the ones place. And this time, when he goes to tens, there's still nothing there. But this time, when he goes to the hundreds, there's something there. And it becomes a 9. This becomes a 10. We start all over. 7 still needs help. This time, the tens place can help. And this becomes 17. 17 minus 8 is 9. 9 minus 5 is 4. 9 minus 7 is 2. Now 7 minus 9, can't do it, so let's borrow. How about 17 minus 9 is 8, and bring down our 3, 38,249. Now if you'll look the way I set the division problem up, I didn't put spaces between here because I knew that you could not make a group of 7 out of 5, so I put the 5 and the 4 together. So we're looking at 54, thinking of our 7 multiplication facts. Think the closest we can get is 7, because 7 times 7 is 49. That would be a difference of 5. The difference pops right up here. Now 58, 7 times 8 is 56. That's a difference of 2. Pop that difference up here. And 7 times, it's not going to go 4 times. We're going to have to stick to 3. 3 times 7 is 21. I know I'm okay with my remainder because it's less than the divisor. So the final answer is 783 with a remainder of 6. Okay, next one, reading problem. Every year Marla collects acorns. If she collects 1,378 acorns each year for 7 years, how many acorns will she have? Well, some of you will want to write down 1,378 7 times, but me, I'd rather just use multiplication. So that number times 7. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 7 is 49. Plus 5 more is 54. Now 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 5 is 26. 7 times 1 is 7. Plus 2 is 9. We look back at the question part. How many acorns will she have? 9,646 acorns. Okay, complete the pattern. Before you can complete a pattern, you have to figure out the rule. Sometimes it's as simple as adding and subtracting. Sometimes it's multiplied by something and then plus or minus something more. So they can get pretty complicated. But right here, I don't think this one's complicated. If we look, we know our pattern is getting smaller. The number's getting smaller each time. So it's subtract 2. Fits the pattern. So 11 minus 2 is 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. Compare the fractions using greater than, less than, or equal to. This is where I told you your proof is going to be with stacked rectangles. So we'll do 1 over here. We're going to put 7/8 on top and 3/4 on the bottom. So on the top, I have to split it into 8. I know I can do that by first splitting it into 4 and then dividing all of those in half as well. And I get to color in 7 of them. It's quite a bit. The next one, I have to split it into 4ths. And I get to color in 3 of them. So which was greater? We would read it as 7/8 is greater than 3/4. Now let's do another set of stacked rectangles, one on top of the other. The first one, I'm going to put 1/2 on top and 2/5 on the bottom. So 1/2, and I get to coloring in from left to right, get to color in 1 piece. Now 2/5, 5 is odd, so now I got a slice in the middle, Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, and I get to color in 2 of them. And this was close, but you can still see, look here, you can still see that 1/2 is greater than 2/5. Because an equivalent fraction to 1/2 would be 2/4, right? And that would be equal, but these pieces were a little bit smaller than 1/4. Right, moving right along. Adding our fractions, we know we look at the numerators, our denominators are the same. So 4/5 plus 3/5 equals 7/5. However, you can't leave it like this. This is called an improper fraction. When the numerator is bigger than the denominator, that means we can pull some wholes out of there, and a whole would be 5/5. So can we pull a whole out of 7/5? Yes, we can. So 7/5 minus 5/5, that would leave us with 2/5 left over. 1 whole and 2/5. Right, now on to subtraction. This one's an easy one. 7/8 minus 5/8. We just subtract our numerators. The denominators stay the same. However, this one will reduce to simpler terms. And the first thing we check on is that they're both even numbers. We know we can divide them in half. Half of 2 is 1, and half of 8 is 4. So 2/8 is equivalent to 1/4. All right, are the two problems below equivalent? So right here, we're going to need a yes or no. Okay, so we're going to solve both. Now, the whole number 3, we can change that to be 3/1. It means like 3 pizzas that are all whole in one big piece. That's what that means. And then we multiply across. So 3 times 3 is 9, and 1 times 10 is 10. Now let's do this over here. 3 times 3 is 9, and our tenths stays the same. Therefore, if I were putting a sign in here, it would be equal. And so are the two problems below equivalent? Yes. And last one, what multiplication problem does this model represent? Well, how many times do you see this? You see it 3 times. So we're going to write 3 times. And what is the fraction each time? It's 2/5. So this problem represents, or this model represents 3 times 2/5. Okay? And the answer, if you count the fifths, we would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The answer should be 6/5, right? So let's try it out. Put that over 1 and multiply across. 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 times 5 is 5. And actually, if we could move these pieces around, we could pull out another whole. That'd be 5/5 with 1/5 left over. So that would be the actual problem as well. And we're done for today.